DNA of a Millionaire, top 10 commandments. Where attention goes, energy flows. Let me give you an example of what I mean by that. You need to be able to control your thoughts. Because when you control your thoughts, you see, if your thinking is stinking, well, guess what? Bad things are going to happen. Think of a 2x4, for example, between two buildings. Now, if that 2x4 was on the ground, most of us could walk across it. All of a sudden, I take that same 2x4, put it between two buildings. How many of us can truly say that we can walk across that 2x4? What's changed? Is it the altitude? Yes, there's no net. There's no parachute. It's not a windy day. What's changed is our mindset. You see, it's so important to control the way you think because where your attention goes, your energy flows. Commandment number 2, life's not fair. When Bill Gates gets up and speaks, people always ask, Bill, how did you do it? How did you make all your money? And Bill says, hey, rule number 1, life's not fair. Rule number 2, remember rule number 1. You see, if we figure that out and when things don't go our way, when we have troubles along the way, when we might lose our job, when we might, have a death in the family, we'll understand that, you know what, sometimes life's not fair and it doesn't work out for me. But if we remember that, then we're going to be on our way. Commandment number 3, life's not about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Ladies and gentlemen, tough times don't last. Tough people do. So with that said, we need to understand that if we're going to wait for the storm to pass, we're going to know that we're going to go through some troubling times. We're going to go through some stressful times. Some of us are going to lose our job. Some of us are not going to be able to get that guy, get that girl. Some of us are not going to be able to get that promotion. But the more we understand that we're going to dance in the rain, then it's going to be okay. Commandment number 4, a goal without a plan is just a daydream. I got a question for you. What's tomorrow? Monday? Tuesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Yeah, it might be. But Zig Ziglar, one of the world's greatest speakers on human potential and the author of over 22 books, said tomorrow is the greatest thing ever invented for not getting anything done. How many times have we said we're going to work out, right? I'm going to start working out tomorrow. Then tomorrow shows up, I said I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow shows up, you say, oh, I'm going to start that workout tomorrow, right? How many of us said we're going to start eating right? Right? And then all of a sudden we're like, I'm going to start eating. I'm going to get on my diet plan. I'm going to start tomorrow. And then when tomorrow shows up, we say, oh, I'm going to start that eating plan tomorrow. And then tomorrow shows up. How many of us say, I'm going to start a new job, okay? Or look for a new career. But you know what? I'm going to get focused. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow shows up. And then we say, you know what? I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow, that's right. Tomorrow's the greatest thing ever invented for not getting anything done. So don't wait till tomorrow. Do it today. Commandment number 5. In order to get the things you want in life, you have to be willing to give others what they want too. How are you going to get love if you don't get love? Right? If you want to get love in your life, you have to be willing to give it too. Okay? What about if you're a sales manager at a workforce and you want to be able to hit your quotes? How are you going to be able to help your employees to get their numbers? You have to be able to invest that time to say, you know what, let me help you to become better. How can I teach you to become a better salesperson? If you wanted to move forward in life, you have to understand that you have to give back. Number 6, in order to have the things tomorrow that others won't have, you have to be willing to do the things today that others won't do. How hard are you willing to work? Are you getting up a little bit earlier? Are you sleeping a little bit faster, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say? Some people would say, Arnold, how did you get all this success? How did you make all these movies? How did you become the governor? He said, I would sleep 6 hours. And then they would say, well, Arnold, you only slept 6 hours. You should be sleeping 8 or 9 hours. He said, I'll just sleep a little bit faster, right? If you want to get the things tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, that others won't have, you have to be willing to do the things today that others won't do. You got to train a little bit harder. You got to invest your time in your education. You got to invest your time in your relationship. If you're looking for that $1 million relationship, that $1 million job opportunity, that $1 million life, if you want to expand yourself, you have to put in that time. Commandment number 7, you can't get out of life alive. So do you want to die in the stands watching, or do you want to die in the fields playing? Hey, a little secret. You can't get out of life alive. So if you can't get out of life alive, you might as well give it all you got. You might as well take those risks. You might as well say, you know what? I already know I'm going to die. I'm going to pass away. So why do I want to die playing it safe when I can die playing on the field? Commandment number 8. The happiest people in life don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything. You know, when I was in Africa, building schools and hospitals with Free the Children and Me to We, and I was there with my good friend Michael Pinball Clements. You know, I remember Michael saying something that we have more but smile less, and they have less but smile more. Remember that. The happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything, they just make the most of everything. And rule number 9, nobody normal ever made history. Michael Jordan, Bill Gates, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Helen Keller. Story of a child at the age of 19 months suddenly lost her hearing and vision, and who, against overwhelming odds, with a great deal of persistence, grew into a highly intelligent and sensitive woman who wrote and spoke and labored astronomically for the betterment of others. So powerful of a symbol of triumph over adversity did she become that she has a definitive place in the history of our time and of times to come. And then rule number 10, let's have some fun. Who doesn't want to have fun? But I tell you what, if you do rules 1 to 9, I promise you, you'll be having all the fun in the world. And if you embody these commandments of DNA of a Millionaire, I can assure you, you'll be living a happier and more enriching life.